Hi guys, so today I'm doing my thank you cards for everyone who ordered or signed up with me last month through Close to My Heart. It's VianneyCreates.ctmh.com. Real quick, I want to go over this month's specials, which of course you have your stamp of the month, not stamp of the munch. Anyway, I think I'm hungry. We have this stamp set. It's $5 with a $50 or more order, or you can buy it straight out for $17.95. You can buy things that are on sale, on clearance, and all those things. They all count towards your $50. So, definitely shop all those sections and all the new things that just came out in the last Seasonal Expressions book, which I went over the last haul video that I did. But this is a stamp set, and look how adorable this is. Oh my gosh, let me see if I can get, hopefully you can kind of see how big that little girl is. I guess I could measure it. Where did I put my ruler? Well, I'll measure her over here, kind of. She's about just over 3 inches tall. And, her little head is like 1.5 inches or so wide, and it gets smaller. So really nice for like a front of a card because she'll take up a lot of that space. She comes with little apples in a bushel, apple pie, some cute like leaf kind of garland or blowing, apple cider. Everything is geared towards kind of like fall coming up. But look at all the sweet things that says. You're the apple of my eye. You're the apple to my pie. Thanks a bushel. You are awesome to the core. I love you, and a bushel and a peck. And then it has an extra leaf there. So it's a really great versatile stamp set. Also the little leaves here, super cute. And then the separate little apples, one with leaf, one without. You can just stamp them however you like. So I have here, they do have a Dad is Rad set coming up this month that you can check out, but I was just going to show you the new promotion, which has to do with what we all love, of course, rainbows. Create the rainbow. It says imagine a new spectrum of savings. And when you click on that, or even if you're online on your computer, just click on that icon there when those things come up, and it has all kinds of adorable things on sale. Of course, this is the paper that is made to look like pattern of the rainbow. And so mine is on its way because I did not get a preview period. I wasn't able to order it early. So super cute. I love everything rainbow. So you have all your little clouds that actually say some little things in them. You have some separate clouds, raindrops. You are a rainbow, you are a rainbow, or possibilities of rainbow. It has all these things you can mix together. I'm just reading it off, so it sounds kind of funny. A Maya Angelou quotation, and then you have all these different cardstock bundles that coordinate back with the whole thing that are on sale. So that stamp set will only be through the month of June. So if you're interested in that cute rainbow stamp set, you should pick it up now. You have your rainbow cardstock bundle, which is probably what I would go for because it has all the different arrays of colors, but you can also pick up the color families separately on sale, and then some fun items that go along with that. So definitely check out that sale if you are interested. And I believe this month, if you sign up, you get a free something on that has to do with the rainbow. I'm not sure yet. Sorry, guys. I haven't been able to go through everything. My husband just came home Thursday evening, and we've just been busy ever since. And he's at work now, so he only got a couple days to kind of get used to being back in the States other than being in South Korea for the last year. So anyway, a lot of cute things on sale, so check those out. But today, we're going to make a really easy stamp or card. And what's funny is when I designed it, I thought, I'm not doing any stamping because I'll show you why I wasn't gonna do any stamping. But even though Close to My Heart is a stamping company, of course. But this is why. I am going to be using this for this Seasonal Expressions big, huge die. It says a big thank you. It is made to be like a whole front of a card. So it is, I believe, 4 1/4 by 5.5 tall, basically. It should cover the whole card. We'll see. So this is Z4174. Super cute. A big thank you. And I think they have a birthday one too, but people are asking me about it, so I will definitely use it today. It'll make it easy card. So I'm going to be using that. I'm going to be using paper from their Tea Time stamp set. Well, I call it Tea Time, but it's called A Beautiful Friendship. And I've already gone through these papers too. Very pretty. It's X7233B. These are all printed papers. So if you have any colors that you want to go back with it, and in the catalog and online, it'll tell you what colors coordinate back with it. It'll be right there on the paper, and you can pick up some of those colors and coordinate them that way, okay? So today I'll be using Sapphire. Sorry I have a piece of the paper cut. I just went through and thought which would be cute for that, kind of to go behind these words, right? You don't want to be too distracting, and so I'm going to go with just cutting this out in Sapphire and layering it over this cute little paper with the little tiny flowers. And then I was good to go. But then I thought, okay, well, I need a little something else. So I'm going to use some of these pearls, gold pearls Z3371. They're half pearls, obviously. I'm going to try to use those. And then I was like, okay, well, that's it. But there's no stamping. So I'm going to go ahead and use, which is funny. I just pulled this up because I thought, I have the tea set you know, stamp set that kind of goes with that paper. But it's Z4180 Stampin' Thin Cuts. It's Beautiful Friendship is what it's called. This one does have the thin cuts. You don't have to purchase the thin cuts that cut out these different items, but I did. But if you look at the little stamps that are on here, they have exactly the same little flowers that are on this paper. So I thought maybe I should do some tone-on-tone stamping, and that way it kind of blends in. It's not too distracting, so you can still read your big thank you, and we'll have some stamping done. So I'm going to do that after I cut out the paper. So I'm gonna put these to the side. I'm not sure if this paper is big enough to go through my Cuttlebug. Yeah, because I think it's like it's 7 inches wide. I think the Cuttlebug will go up to 6.5 inches. Well, either way, I'm gonna go ahead and run that through. I might have to cut a piece off of it. And maybe to save paper, I'll cut it in a different direction, I don't know. But all these thin cuts come on their own magnetic carrier. For one like this, I mean, maybe you don't need that magnetic carrier, but you can use it for other thin cuts or other dies that you have. So basically I'm gonna run it through this way, cut that out. I was trying to see if it makes sense to go this way, but it does not. So I will probably cut a piece of this off and I'll be right back with my Cuttlebug. Okay guys, this is gonna be almost impossible to see. I already cut one out just to make sure I have the right sandwich, which I'm sure, you know, we always know with our Cuttlebug with this, you know, sidekick it's different. But I'm gonna have my A plate, right? You always have that, a rubber mat, which is the Cuttlebug rubber mat. I have a B plate. And then I'm going to go ahead and put down my paper and my plate. And I did do it this way. It'll probably be easier to run it this way though, because it's thinner this way and like less pressure. So I did put it this way, but it takes a lot of elbow grease to get it going. So put it a little bit off center, a little bit crooked. That way there's not like a bump here. I would say speed bump. That's what my little Stephanie Bernard always says. It just makes it to go through easier instead of hitting all the area at one time when it's a big die like this. And another B plate, okay? And you can tape that down if you need to, but I'm just gonna keep an eye and make sure it's on my paper. That's good. And I'm gonna get it going through here now. Like I said, it takes a lot of elbow grease because this is a substantial die. Hopefully you can hear that. And I am like pushing so hard, it's ridiculous. And then I'm gonna run it through again with the rubber mat, not so much to emboss it, but just to give it a nice edge. I'll show you what I'm talking about right now. I'm doing this slowly because you know, I'm on camera and I don't want to do anything silly and let it flip or something crazy like that. Okay, so there we go. So when it cuts out, it's gonna cut out perfectly like this for you. And I just want the edges to be kind of rounded instead of just being like a crisp cut. If you just want it cut, that's fine, but I'm gonna run it through again with the green. And as you know, on the back, it's a lighter color, so as you can see with the sapphire, it's so dark, nice. And then if you wanted to use this side, use this side, you know, use whichever side you like. So I'm gonna take this out. And this time I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up. And whatever falls out is fine, but I'm just going to pick this up so that, as gently as you can, because I'm gonna again run it through. Take all the extra papers that might be on your thing here. This sticks it together really well because of all that. So we're gonna have our A plate, our B plate, put down our rubber mat, put down this guy. If you want to do it like I said in the opposite direction, that's fine. And then B again. Let me get my little guy off there. And I'm just gonna run it through again. That way it gets, like I said, a little embossed on the edges, so it's just softer. And as you can see, this is easier to run through in this direction. Hopefully you can see that before it's like, So, just a tip. Get this out of the way. And bring this back down here. And it cleans up really easy, so that's always nice. I mean, you know, it's a big piece, so you think, okay, it's gonna be kind of a pain. But I just flicked everything out. And I don't have to pick anything at this, so really nice. So what I'm gonna do now is take our stamp set. And I'm gonna get the small flowers down here. It's basically to decorate your teacup with, but I'm just gonna take the little teacup set. You can use the larger one if you want. And this is gonna be a very small detail, just to do some stamping. You know, that's what we're about. Where's my sapphire? Here it is. And I have my sapphire ink. Any blue ink, you can do it with brown, any black, whatever you like, just to do a little something. And I'm going to go through this. Let me dip that a little bit and rub that off. And just add some little flowers here and there. just gonna give a little, just a little something, you know, that people might notice when they look closer that it has. I'm just gonna concentrate on the corners. Okay, so I'm just gonna continue doing that until I'm happy, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring this guy out. And what you're gonna do is go ahead and stick this to a card front, and I should have got that available. I did not bring out any of my cards. Let me grab some, here we go. And Close My Heart sells their white daisy cards ready to go just like this with a white envelope, or you can just cut some white daisy paper down. But it's nice to just kind of grab that and just do this, and you're good to go. If you want to do some other coloring, you can do whatever you like. But anyway, I cut this paper down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I'm gonna just put some of my liquid glass on the back of that. I try to get as close to the edge as I can without it squirting out when I go to kind of smooth it out. So let's get that going. Liquid glass dries super fast. It dries very shiny, and you can use it like on top of flowers or whatever to make like little dewdrops because it dries like crystal. And I just love it. Okay, and it doesn't warp your paper, like buckle it, because it's not wet, wet, wet like that. Okay, I'm gonna use it also for this. You can run it through one of your Xyrons or whatever you like, but I'm just going to meticulously add, of course, glue around the whole edge, and then anything that has like a little edge that might stick up, like the words just here and there. But the words for sure on the top because they are kind of free floating. And just here and there. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, Miranda's taking a nap, and like I said, my husband went to work. I was like, I need to make this video and you're here now, but I forgot he was gonna get right to work, so I talked to him earlier. He's like, there's so much work to do here, so I guess that's good. I don't know. All right, and we're gonna put this guy, so you can have a little frame around, as you can see. I wasn't sure exactly what size this was gonna pop out at, so we're learning together. I guess if you wanted to, you can still do another something around the edge, right? Okay, so I'm gonna hold this down until I'm happy, and if I need to put some glue kind of in behind, I'll do that. But I'm gonna hold this down and I'll be right back. Okay, so that's ready to go. If you want to distress the edges, which I'm kind of thinking about, I don't know. I think I'll just leave it clean. But if you want to, you know, do a little something else, or like I said, you can mat it. So obviously it's meant to be like in a little frame, but look how pretty that is. And you can read it very clearly, obviously. I'm just kind of looking at my pearls. I'm not sure what I want to do. So you can kind of see through it. So I'm like, if I put one there and then like a bigger one and then a smaller one like this, that might be cute. Because I was going to put them in the corner. You know, you can do whatever you like. I'm going to use my fingers to pick these up. But of course, you can always use a precision tool or like any other kind of tool. So I'm like, if that's there, I feel like it should be one here and one here, but I don't know if it should be a big one, then a small one, or just two small ones, or let me see, not stick it down too hard. This is what happens when you just kind of come up with what you want to do on the fly. Let's say that one was there, and let's say this is here. Sure, why not? Usually I would tend to go for like two of the same size, you know what I'm saying? But just give it a little variation, I guess. Let me move this over just. These stick down really well, guys, so you got to make sure you put it where you want it the first time before you really push it down. Okay, and I'm probably going to do the same thing on this bottom corner, just so that there's some little, you know, some symmetry going on, but you don't really have to look at that. That's cute just by itself. Let's think. Do I need to put that down there? We'll see in the final product afterwards. But there you go. So I'll have my link to VianneyCreates.ctmh.com. Hopefully you guys like this quick, easy tutorial. You can stamp inside. You can just leave it the way it is. So you can just write your message. But thank you so much. And I will see you guys at the next one. Bye now.